Donkey Kong Bonanza and its perfect scores wouldn't exist without Xbox and a weird bongo game. Here's a butterfly effect story. Nintendo made playing cards for 100 years before getting into the arcade business. They wanted to make a Popeye arcade game featuring Popeye, Olive Oyl, and Brutus, but couldn't get the rights. So young Shigeru Miyamoto swapped the Popeye crew for his own creations, Donkey Kong, Pauline, and Jumpman. Donkey Kong is a huge success and puts Nintendo on the map. Jumpman becomes Mario, and you know the rest. DK falls stagnant and they eventually outsource them to the UK-based game studio Rare. They create and design a new cast of characters featuring Donkey Kong in his first ever adventure platforming title, which proves to be a huge success. Rare becomes Nintendo's golden goose and pumps out hit after hit, including GoldenEye 007 and Perfect Dark on the N64. In a hugely shocking move, upsetting Nintendo fans across the globe, including my little one-up boy heart, Microsoft purchases Rare and locks them in as a first-party Xbox developer. This was so shocking at the time, it would be like if Sony bought Game Freak and they couldn't make Pokemon anymore. That's where Koizumi, remember the name, comes into play. A new internal Nintendo development team is formed called Nintendo EAD, and their debut game is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, directed by Koizumi. This is Nintendo's first return to making their own Donkey Kong games since the Rare acquisition, and you'll notice they don't use many of the extended characters that were designed by Rare. This game is extremely innovative, and you use bongo controllers to control Donkey Kong. Even though this is their first project, you can really get a sense of a specific tone and style a lot of the characters and enemies have that can be seen in their future projects. Immediately after creating Jungle Beat, Nintendo EAD goes on to create Super Mario Galaxy, cementing them as one of the most valuable internal dev teams. Fast forward again, and Koizumi directs Super Mario Odyssey, and is also responsible for asking the Odyssey team to make a new 3D Donkey Kong adventure, which becomes Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is getting perfect scores now. So thank you Xbox for buying Rare, which gave Nintendo the chance to make this wonderful game, and thank you Koizumi for being one of the top creative forces at Nintendo.